But Bob, you said it's good when we get a little bit of a mix up, when things kind of get to shake the snow globe up a little bit. And there were some rumors this week that kind of shook up the snow globe that was NASCAR. And as the proud owner of a Honda Civic, I think it's time I let you grab the floor, because are you coming into NASCAR, Bob?
I mean, the rumors are out that Honda's definitely been peeking their way into looking at NASCAR. Obviously, they have to have everything submitted by September if they're going to be in the series in 2026, like some of the rumors are out there. But yeah, the talk is that Honda could be the fourth OEM that has been rumored for now. It feels like 15 years at NASCAR. It's we had this kind of flirting with Honda back in the late 2000s, and then the financial crisis happened, so Honda dipped out there. Then Honda kind of just briefly kind of toyed with the idea, about 5 to 6 years ago, but then Dodge kind of came over and was the big darling of that fourth OEM talk, went away, and now Honda back again. They've dropped out of F1 in theory, making the engines with Red Bull. They're just kind of, side partnership there. Big in IndyCar, but that IndyCar partnership ends in 2026. So yeah, I was listening to the Marshall Pruitt podcast. That kind of made waves on social media. He was saying, if you're a Honda fan and you like NASCAR, you're probably going to have some good news, and you're probably going to like what's coming. So stay tuned. And having a fourth manufacturer is huge, Ad. You've seen already what Toyota's been able to do, and even just slowly building that pipeline with legacy in the last few years, Ad. I think growing the sport and having more opportunities with OEMs is huge, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think the only OEM that is in the sport right now that may not want to see this is Toyota, because they're just still trying to grab market share in the same way that Honda will, if they come into the sport, they're going to have to do the same thing. They're going to have to start trying to grab cars, grab teams that they can support, and hopefully, that way you get those OEM relationships and stuff like that. But ultimately, I think you're going to hear a lot of critics talk about how NASCAR is an American sport. The cars driven should be American, and although I do understand the sentiment, I just think with the way that racing is going and the global sport of racing, having Honda involved, I mean, it's just so different as far as the car companies that are already involved in NASCAR. I mean, they're just a different company, period, just the way they do business. I just think it would be interesting to have Honda in the sport. We've really just been kind of clamoring for this since Dodge left. So I just think it's not a matter of if we're going to get a fourth OEM. It's just a matter of when. I would love it to be Honda, because I think it makes the most sense considering all that they're already doing in racing. The hard cutoff of the IndyCar, them saying we're leaving IndyCar in 2026. All the dominoes seem to be aligning. So I hope we'll have to see.
They did not say they were leaving IndyCar, just for the record. For our IndyCar fans,
thought,
they have not
I thought you
confirmed
said,
they're leaving IndyCar. They said they are
is it
potentially
rumored?
looking at it.
Oh, okay. My
They're
bad.
looking at it. They're exploring everything. Just for our IndyCar fans, don't have a heart attack. Evan Locknett, if you're out there, they are not leaving confirmed yet. You're good, buddy. You're good. No, I wanted to
look, dude. I went to law school. I have to talk in absolutes. It's just the way I do things. I'm so sorry.
Not in podcasting, buddy. Not in podcasting, unfortunately. You got to leave yourself an open door in podcasting. But more with Honda, and then we'll go back to the Ford talk, because we kind of jumped around here. But just to put a bow on Honda, I always like to follow the money ad. News comes out and you go, oh my God, this is a shock. Honda's coming to NASCAR. Not if you've been following it, really, because you look in the last few years with Spire. I'm looking at Spire specifically here. Gainbridge has come on and basically done a financial takeover with Spire. They've got a third charter now they bought from Live Fast. You see Gainbridge all over that car. What is Gainbridge? Gainbridge is partnered with Andretti and Honda and IndyCar. They're the title sponsor with that team. Marco Andretti has already partnered with Spire before and raced in their cars. There is a lineage and a relationship building there under the surface. And if Honda comes to NASCAR, watch Spire and Gainbridge be one of the first teams that jumps with that partnership. Like I said,
100%.
Nothing happens just out of thin air. This is happening under the surface, and if you're paying attention, there's not a reason Spire is just becoming a big takeover, whether it's the truck takeover with Kyle Busch, all that. That's going to become a key partnership for Honda if you watch moving forward. That's going to be their development team, if you will, like Kyle Busch was for the Toyota Trucks team. They're going to basically just buy that and say Spire is going to be our Honda development team. You watch.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Where there's smoke, there certainly has to be fire. I mean, I don't think these are the types of rumors that just come out of nowhere, so be interesting to see.